today I'm going to discuss about the socio-cultural condition during the 19th century. So we have the highest class, which is the Peninsulares, which is they are Spanish, born in Spain and died in the Philippines. Next is the Insulares. They are Spanish, born in and live in the Philippines. Creoles, mixed blood or the combination of Filipinos and Spanish. And last, we have the Indios. It is the lower class, which is the native Filipinos. They are unfortunate and discriminated class in the society during the 19th century. So the highest class, which is the Peninsulares, in Insulares, created or established their society or community in the intramuros and enclose it wall to segregate their population from the other class. So the intramuros become the site of power, center of education, and spirituality during the 19th century.
Transformation of the society and culture. The Hispanization of the Filipinos is very evident in the different aspects of the society, and Catholicism has an important role in the transformation of the culture of the Filipinos. The literature became theocentric, from epics turns to song, corrido, moro-moro, comedy, and passion. The alibata was replaced by the abecedario of the Spaniards. The first print book printed in the country was the Doctrina Christiana and Letra y Leonga. China also centered in the spread of Catholicism in the country. Painting was also secularized because of the Synod of Glasgow in 1773, which ordered the painters should use the concepts of the church only, allowed to have other subjects after 10 years. Simple dwelling, the simple bahay kubo became stone house with different divisions and parts. Sala for receiving of the visitors, azothi, banguheran from washroom, comedor or the room of dining, and the separate rooms for the member of the family.
Racial discrimination. Racial prejudice was prevalent everywhere in Gov's officers, in the court of justice, in the armed forces, in the social circles, and even in the ecclesiastical hierarchy. Father Jose Burgos in 1837 to 1872, one of the shining stars of Filipino clergy, complained of the lack of opportunities for educated young Filipinos to rise in the service of God and country. He lamented, shall a young man strive up to rise in the profession if law or of theology when he can vision no future to himself?
Philocracy or secularization of Filipino priests. Philocracy or Philocracia, a Spanish political philosophy of union of church and state, arose, a unique form of government in Hispanic Philippines which was governed by friars. The friars or Augustinians, Dominicans, and Franciscans controlled the religion and education life of the Philippines. Later in the 19th century, came to acquire the tremendous political power, influences, and riches ruled the Philippines through a facade of civil government. They controlled the colonial authorities of the government generation to alcalde mayors. They became supervisor of local election, inspection of schools and taxes, arbiters of moral and censor of books, superintendent of public works, and guardian of peace and order. They can send patriotic Filipino to jail or denounces him as filibusterismo or traitor to be exiled to distant place or executed as an enemy of God. Jose P. Rizal, M. H. Del Pilar, Graciano Lopez, Heina, and other Filipino reformists denounced friars as the enemy of liberal reform and modern progress in the Philippines.
Educational system during the Spanish regime. Religion is still the center of education system imposed by the Spaniard. Primary education catered by friars by teaching them Christian doctrine alphabet. For females in secondary education school, Colegio Maximo de San Ignacio 1589, Colegio of San Ildefonso 1599, and Ateneo de Municipal 1817. And there are two official secondary school for males, San Juan de Lectran College, 3 later on become Ateneo de Manila. For males, curriculum include Spanish history, Latin, philosophy, canon, civil. For females in secondary education school, Collegios of Santa Potencia 1591, Santa Isabel 1632, Santa Catalina de Siena 1696, Santa Rita College 1719, Colegio de la Immaculada Concepcion Concordia 1868, and Santa Rosa and Aselio de Locan. For female curriculum rules of courtesy, vocal, music, language, and sewing. The educational system is also used to pacify the Filipinos and train them in Catholicism and to follow law exposed by the Spaniard. Important subject is religion. The natives were constantly reminded that they had inferior intelligence and they were fit only for manual labors. Thus, children attended classes on the ground floor of the convent in a stable in the fish wheel, or the darkest corner in the Pobla's town hall. Friars maintained this to impress Filipino intellect rather than cultivating and developing them. USD 1611 was the only institution of university level in Manila at the end of Spanish period, although the colonial administration issued the Educational Decree of 1863 to 20 December, on 20 December, stating that each major town in the Philippines should establish at least one primary school for boys and another for girls, that the medium of instruction is Spanish. The friars did not implement the decree because they say that if the Filipino will be educated, it might be inspired by new ideas of freedom and independence as well as justice, thus keeping them in the dark. This explains the rigid censorship of book by church authorities as well as the government.